All right. Pro Football Hall of Fame. We saw the inductions a few weeks back. The list of first ballot Hall of Famers for next season, and we'll go over the list and discuss about if there's anybody on out of these that should be first ballot inductees. Anquan Bolden, Chad Greenway, Devin Hester, Andre Johnson, Tony Romo, Robert Mathis, Steve Smith, DeMarcus Ware, Vince Wilfork. Matt, any of those jump off the page at you? First ballot Hall of Famers.
I think the obvious answer is probably Steve Smith, just for the longevity of the career, the Super Bowl ring, and all the stats that he compiled. He's probably top 10 receiving yards all time. I would assume easily. So I would say he's the obvious answer. I really would love to see Devin Hester make it. I don't think he does, but I think that what he did for the return game and made that such an important part of game planning for his career was kind of a game changer. I think of all the people on that list, he's the one that has the ability to just kind of turn a game around that quickly. So I would like to see him get in on first ballot. I don't think he does, though. I think if anyone's the easy pick, it's Steve Smith Sr.
That's fair. Yeah, James in the comment here. Yeah, if there's a specific game and you want to throw the spread out there and you want our thoughts on it, feel free. I have two games on the docket for a little bit later, but if there's something you want to throw out there, we'll touch on it right away when we finish a thought. But Kyle, your thoughts on Hall of Fame?
Yeah, Matt, I love your Steve Smith answer. He should be obvious, but people are listen. Anyone who tries to tell me that numbers don't lie, listen. I work in data for a living, and I know that numbers can be heaped in bovine excrement. Okay, let's just throw that out there instantly. Here's the thing: other than his rookie year, Steve Smith could have been 1,000-yard receiving gainer as a Panther, except for one quarterback start. Anybody know who that is? I'll give you a hint, Irish fans. This puts you guys in quite a pickle.
Jimmy Clausen.
Jimmy Clausen's the reason he has every year he was a Panther, okay? And he got to a Super Bowl with Jake Delhomme. Gosh, guys. Who imposes his will? And, oh, by the way, Left for Dead, allegedly never supposed to be heard from again in Baltimore. Be darned if he doesn't get 1,000 yards again. Come on, guys. However, see, this is good news. I get to tell Matt that he's not fat, and this is the reason he doesn't respect Vince Wilfork. Definitely. Okay? As much as we hear about all these damn Hall of Fame linebackers from the Patriots defenses from their dynasty days and Spygate and whatnot, which, by the way, every single Patriot linebacker that has been inducted should have been the ones that they have, okay? And if Vrabel's not in yet, damn it, he should be, because he's also turning out to be a pretty fine coach in my ever so humble opinion. That all being said, even ask Ray Lewis. Dude was this close to retirement until he got Hiloti Nata after Sam Adams retired. Yeah, I said Ray Lewis, fools. Okay? With all this linebacking success that took place in New England, all those Super Bowl years, all this dynasty, all this stuff where Tom Brady was useless unless there was a defense on the other side. Look it up. All that changes dramatically if you remove one Vince Wilfork. And hey, listen, I don't know of another fat man on this world who was asked to pose naked as he was.
I know I never have.
I mean, well, and thank us all. I mean, and OnlyFans is no longer an option anymore. So
I was gonna say, Mike Golick did have the nude post after the Miami bet, right?
So, yeah.
I'll be launching Only Yams real soon. Only Yams.
Yeah, no, Vince Wilfork definitely is essential to making that happen. If he's not first ballot, this is a bigger crime than, not having the main pulling guard in the sweep, the Lombardi sweep, not make the Hall of Fame until just a few years ago. That kind of thing. So, yeah, no, Vince Wilfork's definitely a first ballot guy in my mind on here. But again, Matt, you're not fat. I get that wasn't your answer. Steve Smith is a fine answer. If Vince Wilfork were not on the board, I'm there with you, man.
Yeah, Will Fork jumped off the page. Steve Smith jumped off the page, and I am kind of right there with you, Matt. With the Devin Hester, I don't think he's a first ballot guy. Maybe he has a little bit of an argument, and that this is without looking at the rest of the class that's still eligible. From beyond. This is just kind of this little capsule of these first time inductees, and again, the NFL, I don't think there's not any like real structure to how many guys get in a year at a time anyway. Is there I don't think they have like a set number like baseball. You have to have a certain percentage of votes and things like that. So I don't, I guess you could have longer classes, but just looking at the list, but also looking at the list, is there, because I think just about anybody, when you're talking about this list, obviously has at least some degree of argument. Is there anybody on this list to you guys that is definitely not a Hall of Famer?
Definitely not.
Definitely not a Hall of Famer.
I mean, I know Vikings fans might be annoyed, but I would have to reevaluate Chad Greenway before I signed off.
Okay.
I'm not here to say he's bad. Oh darn, you're not quite in the top 2% of NFL players. Oh.
Right. I mean, when we're talking about are you a Hall of Famer or not, you're clearly, you're clearly great in the sport of football. I think you among the greatest ever.
Yeah, and I think Hester does belong in. I don't think he's first ballot. Like, listen, if it took us as long as it did to get Ray Guy in, Hester needs to wait at least 2 years.
All right.
All right. Had a Megatron out of your damn mind. Oh my God.
Matt, is there anybody on this list to you that is not a Hall of Fame?
No, I think they got it right this year in terms of who they put in. We'll see.
Hey, they finally got John Lynch in as a player too. Hey, if he keeps up what he's doing as a GM, he might get 2 of them. I don't know, but they got John Lynch in. I'm done complaining. And I said that long before. I've been saying that since they inducted Sapp back in 2013.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that there's anybody that doesn't at least have the resume to get in, whether or not they actually end up in or not. I mean, personally, I was happy to see Romo on the list. Personally, I will say that he should get in, and there will be people that argue that he shouldn't, and they can be right, and they can be wrong if they want to. That's up to them. But I was happy.
I think he can go in a year or 2, not first ballot.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's a first ballot guy. Absolutely not. But I was happy to see him on the list itself.